Hi Leo, and Happy New Year's. Welcome to your 2021 reading, which is a reading that exists in correlation with last week's reading, from where we looked into your achievements and how you've grown in 2020. This reading here will look in is working in similar ways, where we look into an underlying energy that will be with you throughout the year. So it's not a January, March, February, yeah, it's not that logical. We are just looking into significant energies, wisdoms and strengths and all of that as well. Right. Last week we looked into an area that would be important here, and that had to do with cutting emotional cords and working possibly with negative emotions, right? Emotional moral compass. Again, look to last week's reading if you want more on that. Now we're just diving deeper into it. This is also for Leo energy, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, any kind of placement. And take what resonate, leave behind the rest. Never ever force it to fit. You can always return to this reading here throughout the years if something's going on, and in all readings, because these readings I pull a lot upon. They require a lot from me. I invest a lot into this. So there's a lot of spiritual guidance, I would say, in it. But take what you want. All right, let's get to it. Take what you want. Let's start by looking into an energy that will be very important and significant for you this year. Significant energy for the Leo, 2021. Significant energy for Leo in 2021. You want to pop up. And so do you. Right, isn't this funny? Death and the Devil. Leo, now this is not going to be, it's an empowering reading, right? It's an empowering reading. You're closing out a cycle here. What will be important for you is this emotional release. It's learning the significance of negative emotions and turning them into something positive in a healthy way, because let's face it, life is not a bloody dance on roses. Sometimes the things suck, but it's not being, it's about not being absorbed into it. Release from toxic ties and personal freedom, taking back your power. When you work on negative emotions and you release yourself from their grip, you take back your power. Now, it's not about, I'm not going to feel any negative emotions. I'm not talking about ignoring and saying hallelujah, I'm just get rid of all the ego. No. I am a Capricorn. Yeah, light went out there. That's not enlightenment. Enlightenment is about the ability to bring forth that shadow side of yours that's keeping you bound, keeping you slaved, bringing it into the light and releasing it. That's how you turn on the light, huh? Right, anywho, let's move on. So let's see what context this would be playing out in. These are powerful readings to me. For me, they are empowering readings. They are very solid, they are very grounded. And they come with the world energy as well, right? Now there may be Scorpio, Capricorn, two Capricorn energies. These are two. This is Capricorn and Saturn, right? So yeah, maybe those energies. What are they about? Capricorn and, yeah, let's just go with it. This is a Scorpio energy. What is Scorpion energy about? Well, it's about regeneration, all of that phoenix and Scorpion energy we went through last week, right? Emotions, heavy, drains, transformative energy. They're ruled by Pluto. Capricorn energy. What's Capricorn energy about? Capricorn and Leo energy, they're both very, very, very strong energies, right? I mean, I like to say behind every great Leo should be a Capricorn. behind every regulated Capricorn should be a Leo. Whatever that. No, that doesn't mean anything in terms of connections and all that. It's just the energies. They're good together. They complement each other to a certain degree when they accept each other. The Capricorn energy is very, very hardworking. Both of them can be a bit in their ego. But yeah, they're very, very, very hardworking, let's say it like that. Now, for some of you, what would be an important energy for this is just working with a Scorpio and a Capricorn, right? But with Saturn, which is Capricorn's ruling planet, is restriction. But it's also restrict because of when you... One thing is expansion, right? But if you don't have restriction with Saturn, how the hell are you going to put on boxes so you know where to go, right? Because sometimes having too many options is also what keeps you a slave, because then you can't make a bloody choice. So anywho, let's look into the context of this energy. Yes, this is how we will work today. The context in this energy was the star I saw pop out, and then we have death again. And then we have Ace of Wands, something that makes the fire glow up within you. So we are talking with the masculine. These are two feminine energies, by the way. And these are masculine energies. We have death again. And we have Aquarius, the stars. So these are, we have all major arcanas here and an ace, right? And when we have strength again, great. These are about emotional release. Look at her. This is my Amy Winehouse. Because she looks like Amy Winehouse with a little chop, but she's... Anywho. Release, 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 right? Facing everything. Facing what needs to be faced. And doing so with elegance. I mean, this is somewhat elegant, I would say, isn't it? Yes, it is. Getting off the hamster wheel, let's call it like that. And with the star energy would be most significant here. This it comes also possibly in regards to your work, Leo. For some of you, it's actually not. You will be working with this. Some of you are going through it, others of you will be working with it. The star energy, the 11th house, right? Your public reputation, groups and all that. It is about your having, because here we have the world, which is the 10th house. Capricorn 10th house, which is about public persona. Your path, right? When you release emotional burdens, which you do in the 8th house, come into expansion, blah, blah, blah. But when you... This is very much about public work as well. When you release yourself from some kind of a tie, you will be moving on to the 11th, when you are following the path that you are supposed to be on. Now but doing so in a way that's humble as well, right? It's very humbled, because if you are not humble, you become a bad leader. Leo, we will look into see how this unfolds, right? Because right now I'm getting a lot of directions. So let's see. What is healing? First and foremost, it's healing. And healing in a way where you start making yourself vulnerable again to receive the blessings, to see the butterflies, to be in aligned with yourself, your authentic self, and your authentic self also having been cutting off ties that's been keeping you bound, and those ties will have an emotional nature. If you have not dealt with them, if you just put up too high boundaries, they will probably crumble down. There may be tower moments here this year if you neglect your emotions. And for others of you, this is just something that you'll be working with, like a topic. Could include Capricorn and Scorpio. Is Pluto still in Scorpio? I don't know. Saturn is moving into Aquarian. Alright, if you want to look at astrology, you do that. Alright, let's continue to see what strength will you have to pull upon this year. What strengths will you have to pull upon this year? I'm not laughing at you, I'm laughing with you. Because the tower came. Yeah, your self-worth. Right, the tower came with the King of Wands. Came out a little bit twisted there. Well, egos are being bursted here, let's just say it like that. And Page of Swords being curious, right? Your strength is your own curiosity. Let's say it like that. Something here, we will look into this tower, right? There will be a burst down of a mindset here that's just not beneficial here. Things will happen, it will hit you like out of nowhere. Could be in your public life, right? Good and bad, we will see. It does entail some kind of rebirth. There's a rebirth within you going on. So for some of you, it's not like negative. For some of you, it's like a massive rebirth of your public persona, your path, your career path, a complete new. It's a path that's new, all right, but it does come with having feeling a little bit tied down. Let's say it like that. We have King of Wands. They will come with a King of Wands. We will look into him. First and foremost, he showed up like this. So this is a self-entitled idiot who wants to enlist people to do his bidding. It might be a person you will be dealing with. Hope to God there's not going to be a Leo that's like that. But your strength, your strength first and foremost will be to first and foremost to if you know any Leos that are in this energy, know that those Leos will have their egos burst. Let's say like that. Their egos will be bursted because it's unsustainable. Some of you Leos may be dealing with an energy like that. So you place the roles because this is about empowerment. Right. Your curiosity. And we will also see who this is, because there may be, there may be another person here, because yeah, with this star here, there may be group settings, right? Yeah, I feel as though something here will be given that's going to equal out the scales. Let's see. Your strengths will be your own curiosity to seek out the opportunities that will balance out the scales in your life. We need to do some clarification. First and foremost, who do we want to look into? Two of you go together. I'm bringing order here to the system. I will look into the Tower. Tower, the Star, the Death, the Devil. 15, 16, 17. All we need is Temperance. Then we have the entire journey of time to get rid of what is not needed here before we close out a cycle here. Let's look into the Star. No, let's look into the Tower. What's your strength? Well, first and foremost, your strength. Massive strength of yours, Leo, this year is your ability to bring towers about. How are you going to be bringing towers about? Because you have leadership. And your massive strength this year will be that you will be able to speak truth to power. So yeah, some Leos, some of you may actually be dealing with a Leo. I really get, because I feel as though there are two groups. One group who is not watching this. One group will never be watching this because they're too up their arse to deal with it. Another group, those who are actually spiritual. Your strength will be speaking truth to those who are caught up in the negative Leo energy, be they Leos or not. You know what I mean? Who are caught up in pride. Because there are two sides to all energies, right? And the Leo energy, what I really love about the Leo energy is the ability to have inner strength and to pull back and be so regal, be so much in their personal power that they cannot be knocked down. That's where they are very similar to the Capricorn. Like, they cannot be knocked down. But when both the Capricorn and the Leo energy, they are in their negative energy, they are the worst. I'm not the worst. They are chasing status. They are bruised up in their ego. They are absolutely, oh, you know what I mean? And then they came to disgust, right? But you know what? That kind of feeling can also make you like want to take action. So it can spark it. But it has to be done from a place where you are in your inner strength, so you are not triggered as easily. Some of you Leos really have some energy. Some of you Leos really are got some massive stamina. In a particular position that enables you to speak truth to power. What does it mean to speak truth to power? Well, it's not necessarily speaking truth to like an institutional position of power, but also just to break free change. To, for instance, if you are like someone who works in the public with the Star here, right? And with the King of Wands, your strength. If you have a lot of, if you are in a position here where you are in a leadership position where people are following you, and where people are inspired by you, and where you give guidance, because the kings give guidance, you may have as your strength here to speak truth in a way that breaks down foundations that are built on false foundations. Break down. Throw the bloody lightning in here. Throw the lightning strike that will break down false foundations. Now, are you does it make you like mean that you are like a someone who exists outside of everyone else? No, because that's not what Leo. That's the negative Leo energy of being feeling as though you are entitled, that you are a god. The pride energy doesn't necessarily Leo energy, right? That's just the negative energy when things go toxic, right? When you feel self-entitled as though you are unique. No, no one is unique. Everyone has this. It's just sometimes some people are in a position where they have more positional power. So they are possibly hurt. Like it's being an influential, right? People who are influencers. Not to go political or anything, but it's just I'm thinking, right, can I think of a Leo that's a like in a position like this? I only know politicians, guys. Leo. Right, there's a former president that was a Leo, okay? Who, because of the status, could, for instance, be, you know, if they spoke or wrote something on social media, it would be noticed by more people, right? Anywho, not that even matter. It's just, you know. Oh, like for instance, is Leonardo DiCaprio Leo? I can't remember. All right, anywho, you know, it's just someone, positions, right? Whatever, doesn't matter. You can still be speaking truth to power even without being like in a public persona. It always starts from below, right? Just think of any like movements that's been, it starts from below. Let's not go there, let's not go political. Or just in that, it's not about political. When I say political, I'm not talking like party political or anything. I'm talking about, well, maybe we are talking about political awareness, meaning like the power relationships that shape our societies. Nothing to do with, you know, a party versus a party versus a party, or nothing to do with ideologies, all right? Nothing to do with ideologies. Everything to do with an awareness of how we come to be in a collective of people. And that we are all existing as a whole. We are a community. We are different communities, yeah, but we exist within a group setting, right? No one is outside and can stand there and dictate. That's the king in its reverse. Kings, when they are reversed, they feel as though they are entitled to stand and dictate the group. It's like, no, you lead. Leadership is not the same as management, right? Let's not go there. Where were we? Important energy, releasing emotional ties and bonds. Speaking truth. Your strength will be to speak truth and to be honest. And have integrity and to break down things that are not great. Right? Things that are just built on false foundations. In your life, in your work, in public, we will look into that. For some of you, it's just in your own bloody life, and that's a massive, powerful thing to do. Sometimes the most powerful thing, empowering thing to do is actually speak truth to yourself. Take a critical look and say, is this even serving me? I am gonna bring the tower to my own life, because this is not serving me. But then you will position yourself. All right, let's. Yeah, I was about to go into a philosophical debate. Yeah. Let's look into the tower. Why do you get so many major arcana? The Hermit. There's something about the energies from last reading, like the things that you went through last year, where someone here was deceptive, right? Sold your dream, brought you heartbreak and all that, put you in competition, didn't do the right thing, derailed you. Something about speaking truth to that situation. There is a walking away energy. I do see also a situation here. I mean, your strength is here, let's just say it like that. In times where things are being shattered, where there's change. Because all of these are also about change. When there are change, your strength will be to go on this inner journey that you'd learned how to do, right? And find victory within yourself. Sometimes even celebrating your own personal victories alone, and sometimes, having followers. But your strength is that whenever a tower comes your way, understand that it is meant to guide you towards where you're supposed to go. And who is this King of Wands? Yeah, show me the King of Wands. I feel as though some of you are also dealing with a family dynamic, where there is someone here that's a bit lazy. They are self-entitled. Who are they may position themselves in a way where they're bringing powers to your life. You can deal with it. Your strength is to, almost want to say to, yep. There we have it. To take on the burden and walk away, even though it's fucking sucks. Your strength is to know when to speak and when to stay silent. And when you stay silent, it's when you walk away. Meaning that you walk away with grace. That's the Leo beautiful energy, right? Alright, let's move into... Let's see, what's the guidance here for you this year? And it has a lot to do with your self-work. Working on your self-work, having a choice to make in terms of soulmates and also in terms of choosing yourself in times when there's too much conflict. Walk away with grace and do right by you. And when you do right by you, you do right by your environment. You know, we can only control our environment by controlling ourselves. Let's see, what is the guidance here for Leo this year? 5 of Cups, 6 of Cups. When you, alright, let's throw out here. Let's get this energy here as well. 6 of Wands keep throwing up the moon. I'm gonna read you this one. The 5 of Cups is about accepting loss. Accepting loss as it is, but moving on to a stage where you make peace with the past and don't let nostalgia take over. Make peace with the past, accept losses. And grieve when it's time to grieve. And for others like Leos out there, we are in 20 minutes. I'm just saying for other Leos here, when it's nothing like significant like that, there may be a loss in your life. Could be a Capricorn, could be a Aquarius, could be a Scorpio. There may be a loss and grieve. Grieve actually. And remember the good times. That's just for a few of you. What do we have here for advice for Leo? Nine of Swords, and we have the Devil again. What is up with this Capricorn energy for you? Alright, let's read the Nine of Swords for you. It's despair. Do you see? Yeah, sitting there. The advice in regards also comes with the 5 of Cups, right? This is the moment we're asked to ignore by our bosses, our impatient allies. It's the moment of fully embodying the accumulation of suffering and healing, put together, compressed into a fortress of inner light and outer rage. The nine of Swords, she looks her best, her brightest and her fiercest because her pain does not dictate her power. She lets her pain reign. She writes sad songs, smokes Capri mentals under a chrome umbrella to blow onto the face of despair. Sure, she's upset, but she allows herself to grieve, to cry, to scream. The Nine of Swords asks you to spit in the face of turmoil and let vulnerability give you strength. Reclaim hysteria as if it were your secret power. Yeah, some of you, it's about learning to grieve as well, right? Accept grieving processes. Don't bury down emotions. They will only come back to haunt you. And there's something about the Devil here. Walking away from bonds here that is a slave to. For some of you, this is relating to a Capricorn. Doesn't have to. Capricorn, Scorpio, Aquarius, strong Scorpio, strong Scorpio. Aries, strong fire, yeah, but it's very strong. Anywho, doesn't really fucking matter. I will say strong Scorpio energy for you, where it is about releasing cords and grieve them. When you are releasing, grieve them. When you repress them, negative emotions can take over, and they will always resurface here. So the advice for you is to accept some dark night of the soul as well. These messages go in every direction. This year, Leo, for me, they pop off as a dark night of the soul. Part of the year is a theme that will recur. And this is what happens when you work on yourself, when you're learning to make peace with the past. Not that the judgment here is here, but it's about just releasing emotional attachment, which is a significant part of a spiritual awakening. Is the most is basically half the journey, if not all of the journey. Releasing emotional cords, releasing things that are out of your control, and then radical acceptance, bringing them out into the light, cutting the cord, healing, not ignoring. When you pretend that pain does not exist, you do so by building up walls around your egos, like the tower, right? You build around walls around your pain, and then you go outside of it and exist and pretend that the pain exists outside of you, but the pain exists inside of you. And that's what's going to happen. When you ignore our emotions, a lightning will come. Either by someone here outside speaking truth to you, which could also happen for some Leos here. You have it within you to speak truth to yourself. That's the first thing. You have it within you to speak truth to yourself. Be curious to yourself. When you don't, something outside here will come and break down that wall. And then pain will overflood you. Then you are faced with the choice to build up a new tower around that, to keep the emotions out, or to face them head on. You will feel tied to them, but you are always tied to them. They are with you whether you want it or not. That's the devil energy. These experiences that have been hurtful, they are with you whether you want it or not. They are siblings who bullied you, children. I mean, they go far back. They are things you saw in television that hurt you. I mean, for instance, I know exactly where my fear of sharks come from, and just like that, there's a shark. Well, that's because last night I was watching. I was doing a throwback where I was watching Land Shark. Does anyone know Land Shark? Anywho, where were we? Sorry. Yeah, these experiences are with you, whether you want them or not. Right? Speak truth to power. And you know, that's the thing. When I was talking about that being in a position where you speak truth to power outside of yourself, positional power, you only do so first and foremost by knowing how to speak power to yourself. How to speak truth to yourself as well. As just for those of you who are in those positions and you're going, I mean, everyone who works with jobs that, for instance, are public, and where you are thrown into situations where you speak truth, your truth, you will find yourself surrounded by haters. And what do haters do? What do trolls do? They target you. And you have to stand, that's really you're strong, you will have to stand extremely strong to face that. I'm kind of going to throw back to the presidents. There are many presidents who have been Leos. I don't know, it's just, just saying that a lot of Leo has a quality of leadership. Like for me, Leos are leaders when they are balanced, because they have that inner strength, and they can take bullets and they can stand their ground and not needing to lash out. Only when because people will target the pride. That's where what is it that trolls target? They target your pride. If you have a healthy relationship with your pride, it's not about not having any ego, because you have, of course we all have egos. It's just by being comfortable with it and knowing it's flexible and being able to like discard any kind of unrealistic attack on it. And yes, sometimes you look down upon, but you know, this is not letting negative emotions take over, like being disgusted. For instance, if you were really, really disgusted by trolls, then you let them get to you. When you're able to, I mean, it's gonna sound so arrogant here, right? When you look at it, like the people who, if they throw hate at you and you just, you notice it, and then you discard. Noticed, registered, completely discarded. I can't use it. Come back when you have something productive. Sounds arrogant, I know, but it's just, you know, you Leo, you know what I mean. Just can't satisfy everyone, right? And if they want to come with constructive criticism, I mean, trolls per definition don't really have anything constructive, do they? It's not constructive feedback. It's not something useful. That you suck. Yeah. In terms of, can you give me why? Can you give me the context? Can you give me how I suck? I mean, give me something to work with. You can't just say you suck. Oh my god, you're right. I'm so. That's these energies, right? All right, Leo. That is basically what. No, we're not done. We are looking into now where you will be coming into 2022. So, Leo, you can see these energies are all over the place. Meaning that you will just have to face some things, all right? Why is the Chariot here? Oh yeah, that was moving into calmer waters. Where will you be coming into 2022? Where will you be coming into 2022? Queen of Cups. Oh, nice. And Temperance. Here we have the entirety. Starting with 13, 14. 14. Alright, I'm gonna list it up afterwards. You have like the entire journey. It's like you're going from a journey from what? We have the Hermit. No, the Hermit. Justice. Well, we saw it. You have the journey from Wheel of Fortune, and then up to almost like completion, right? So it's interesting. Anywho, what we have, you will be in the Queen of Cups energy. Sweet, kind, caring. This is where you will be. Maybe there will even be a person with you who is like this. Sweet, kind, caring. This could be the partnership we picked up on. Let's look into her. Focus. I was just looking at her and I want to take her into my heart because she's so beautiful. She's complete opposite of everything we went through. She's the complete opposite. This beautiful, beautiful queen, she has no ego. She's intuitive. She's kind. She looks inward. I have to say, Leo, I feel as though this might be someone that may enter into your life. Because these are very, 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 very strong. Well, they are feminine energies, masculine, but they are very like fighting energies. And this is not the person. She would never ever. She would look at this and she would like, I'm leaving. The Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, she would participate in this. Queen of Wands, she would love it. Queen of Swords, she'd look at it and goes, really? I don't care. Queen of Cups, she'd look at it and it would be so big for her. I mean, it would be too overpowering. Not that she's weak or anything, it's just like, this is not my area. I'm gonna go pick some flowers and let you deal with what it is that you want to deal with. I'm gonna be by your side, support you through it. But it's not really that's not what I did. This is not me. I don't care. I mean, not care. I care about because she cares about you. But she's not. She's not gonna participate in it. Let's just say it like that. Show me more about this Queen of Cups, where you will be. Magician. Yeah. First and foremost, I see you manifest. Where you will be is that you will be. All right. How can I say this? All right. This isn't a collaboration. I do see you starting for some of you, yeah, you're also changing business, all right? You're changing into a different into a different line of work where there's not as much forward movement. I also saw, like, if you've been in an energy where there's a lot of movement, like traveling. For some of you, you're also changing from traveling or just some kind of a you're moving. It's a transition, right? You're in a situation where there's a transition inside yourself, and you're actually going from being all of this on the road, dealing with all of these very public figures, or a lot of these all the energies I just went through that are actually quite powerful, right? You are in a transition to becoming far more emotional and sweet and kind and caring, but in a way where you're also setting up healthy boundaries. I also see you working in a team. Could actually be in work here, Leo, that you are actually working together with someone who is this Queen of Cups. This Queen of Cups, I have to say, it really feels as though this is someone that you're protecting. And no, I have to say, I don't feel as though the Queen of Cups is you. I really want it to be you. For some of you, yeah, it is you. Then you change line of work. You become more sensitive, learning to set up boundaries. No, this Queen of, most of it, I really feel as though it's a person in your life who you want to protect. Because they're sensitive, it's not because you're looking down upon them as weak at all. It's not that. Because you've been through that. I feel as though this Queen of Cups, possibly through, how will she have played a role in your life throughout this year? How will she have played a role in your life throughout this year? You manifested her. You manifested her when you manifested an ending to this cycle, and you manifested your way into your own emotional state here. You manifested this queen into your life. Power couple. And you are working, for some of you, you're working together. Yeah. You're working together, possibly in something intuitively, I don't know. This is the energy from last week. This Queen of Cups is someone who you not to begin with, you're gonna look down upon her. She's gonna get to you. She will get to you. Her emotions, because she's the way she is, she's very, very different from you. Extremely different from you. She will get to you. And by the end of the year, I see you wanting to protect her. Now, this queen here, you might have hurt her. In whatever form. Not because you're I'm just, you know what, you're going through a lot this year. Okay, you're going through a lot. This queen, we have to face it. She's often, sometimes she's easily bruised, okay? She's not, because this here is not for her. But she's not stupid. Don't take her as weak. She's not weak. And you will come to understand that, Leo. You will come to understand that this is not weak. I see you manifesting her in. And that's where you will be at the end of the year. Where's Leo with this? And then we have the world. I mean, come on. We have the entirety. This is a fun energy. Cannot stress it enough. Alright, Leos, for some of you, yes, you will be the Queen of Cups and all that, but I have to you will be in love with this one. The two of you will struggle a little bit. Because something here will have happened between the two of you. So yeah, I see you being in love, and possibly not uttering it. Yeah. Give me a moment here. Why is she so unclear? Because she goes in all directions, of course she does. The reason why I'm a bit, because these two are here as well. And that is where I get a little bit concerned. Because this Queen of Cups will be hurt. She will, whoever she is, she will have been hurt. Leo, I feel as though you're manifesting her in, and you want to protect her. You want to support her, whatever it is you're going. She doesn't necessarily have to be a water sign. I see you having a crush on her. Are you voicing it? I don't know. But this intuitive side here is very. It's like you feel a very, 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 very strong bond with her. Yeah, that's it. And for those of you who are in a very happy connection and happy and all that, it's just it's your own intuition waking up here, right? But I really, really feel as though this is someone that you will be dealing with, that will be there. And that you will be in love with her. Man, woman, doesn't matter. It's just someone that's extremely different from you. And you may be working together. And if it's not in love, it's just someone that you have admiration for. And you will be at the end of a cycle as well. You will, whatever cycle it is that you've been working on closing out, you will have finished it. It's the end of a journey. So for some of you Leos, if it's not, because some of you, yeah, you will be in love, especially if you very much and you recognize as being in the masculine energy. For those of you who recognize yourself as being very much ruled by the feminine energy, you will go through these years also again with this releasing and all that. But you will, and then coming in, you will just feel like a complete new person at the end of the year. Let's just say it like that. Coming into 2022, you will be reborn. You will stand at the New Year's years going into 2022. And you will look back and you will say, I am not the same person I was. Especially if you are a Leo who recognize yourself as being ruled by a masculine energy for the last couple of years. And you will be aligned onto your path as a massive rebirth. Are you kidding me? Yeah. The feminine, those who recognize yourself as being in the feminine energy here, you will actually come into alignment with the masculine energy. And things will also go, I think, for those of you who recognize yourself, here's the thing, Leos, I want to say, for those of you who recognize yourself as the feminine energy, this person here is someone who's being sent to you. And they will have gone through that. They may not even be Leos. For some of you, they may be Leos, but there's a soulmate coming your way who comes in the feminine energy. Yeah. Then this is a journey of a person that you will be dealing with. I mean, yeah, Emperor, Empress, you're coming together. Where will you give me an energy for the feminine Leo energy and man, woman, doesn't, and feminine Leo energy? Hanged Man. The feminine energy for the Leo here is being put on hold. It's the masculine Leo energy we're talking about here. No, gender does not matter. You can still be a woman in the Leo energy. It's about learning to set your intentions and taking charge and aligning those together. That was a heavy reading. I can't do any more today. I'm done. I'm absolutely busted. Happy New Year's. I will see you next year. Ciao, Leo.